name is Anthony Barbera III, IFBB Pro Classic Physique. I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Alright, so about 6 years ago now, I was a men's physique competitor, and a couple months after doing my first shows, I decided to go right into the national level. So I went down to Miami to do nationals down there. I was working out at Crunch Fitness on South Beach with my buddy Donnie, who also just turned pro, like coach. Who's also with Team Gaspari. And he goes, I think that's Rich Gaspari over there lifting over there. And I was like, no way, it wasn't crowded, it wasn't crowded. We just got down there, and I was like, holy shit, it is. So, we're working out. Rich actually approached me, and he was like, listen, the new classic physique division's coming out. I think you got a great physique. You can do well in this new division. So I want you to be on my team, and I want you to cross over into the new classic physique division. And here we are, 5-6 years later, and I'm an IFBB Pro in classic physique. So, to have a legend like that believe in me and see potential in me, that kind of sparked the fire in me to go after this dream of mine and get to where I am now, competing as a IFBB Pro. And once I met Rich and switched over to Team Gaspari, that's where I kind of found my own. I felt like it was more of a hardcore bodybuilding group, and I just fit in better. And just having a legend like Rich in your corner, you can't beat that. That's something that no other company can give you as an athlete. So at the time, it was a different brand than what it is now. So it's been pretty cool being with the brand over the last 5-6 years. I've been able to, see Rich's growth and the company's growth throughout the years. Kind of coming back from being that, one of the OG hardcore supplement brands from back in the day, and now kind of reinventing themselves and coming back as like the new school, old school kind of, cross. Alright, so last year I turned pro, and my cutoff for classic physique was 190 pounds. When I met Rich, I was like 170 pounds soaking wet, so I was able to grow into the classic physique division. But for my size, for me to make 190, I had to really sacrifice a lot of size, fullness. I had to really dehydrate hard to make weight. So I was never able to really bring my best as an amateur. So last year, turning pro, that's when, everything really started to come together for me as far as my physique. Last week was my pro debut at the Norfolk Pro in Norfolk, Virginia, the Lennon Mary Wings of Strength. I kind of messed my peak up for that, came in super flat. I fell asleep the night before, missed my last 2 meals, so I woke up in the morning and I was just flat. And I was kind of discouraged, my pro debut, I wanted to bring my best, but I tried to stay positive, went out there, did my thing, and I still ended up finishing top 10. I got 9th place in my pro debut. From then till now, I kind of filled out a little bit, came in a little bit better, a little bit fuller for this one. Still, little things I need to play with to find my peak and come in at my best. Talking with the head judge last week, he said the difference between first place and 10th place is who nails their peak on that day for prejudging and comes in at their best. I really believe in motivation. I think that's temporary. You gotta want it. With me, it's just my passion. This is my life. This is what I do for a living. I coach people full time. I'm a professional bodybuilder now. Like, I live this. That's my life. My father got me into this. I was a 12-year-old kid, 120 pounds, soaking wet, and he taught me how to work out. Got me into all this, and ever since then, it's been my passion. He owned gyms with his buddies back in the day. And so he, it was a big thing to him. He was older. My father, he was almost 50 years old when he had me, and I'm the oldest. My little brother's 6 years younger than me. So I had an older father, but he looked 20 years younger than what he was because fitness and working out and being in shape was such a big part of his life. So last year, he actually passed away right before I turned pro. And going through that, it put a fire in me to to really make things happen, make my family proud, give them something to be happy about. And I'm Anthony Barbera the third. I carry his name, so to be able to leave a legacy behind in his name like that, that's everything to me. And that's definitely my why. That's what keeps me going every day. And I'm just blessed to be able to do what I love every day and make an impact, help people do the same. That's what it's all about. I was an athlete my whole life. I played hockey, lacrosse my whole life. I played lacrosse in college. But aside from that, I was big into extreme sports, snowboarding, wakeboarding. I used to be ranked 4th in the state in wakeboarding, and my buddies used to compete. So we do all kinds of crazy shit, flips, and all. I've had 6 concussions from that. MMA, cage fighting, stuff like that. And that's kind of how I got into bodybuilding. I played lacrosse in college. I played professional handball after that. And then with so many concussions, I was like, I needed something in me. I needed to do something that, can carry on that athleticism in my body, competitive spirit that I had. So that's how I got into bodybuilding and started competing with that. Number one, this is huge and super clutch in prep, especially for myself as well as my clients, is the Proven egg white protein powder. Most whey products, you got to kind of pull them out at the end of prep to tighten your midsection, get rid of any bloating issues, digestive issues. The Proven egg is so clean, and there's only 4 or 5 ingredients. You can keep that stuff in literally all the way through. So that's something I implement with myself as well as all my clients. In addition to that, Plasma Jet is by far my favorite supplement ever. I love pump products. I'm not a big steam guy, so being able to just pop 4 capsules and hydrate, get into a workout. For your workout or warm-up set, you already got a crazy pump. Like that, nothing beats that. That's by far my favorite Gaspari soap. So again, like I said, this really is my life. I know a lot of people say this is my life. This is it. I've been coaching and personal training for 18 years now, so more than half my life at this point. Before that, I tried other things. I worked construction, concrete work. I saw what I definitely did not want to do. When I was actually in college, in the summer, obviously I was a broke college student, so I needed some money. I was starting to do personal training and internships at the time, but a lot of that was not paid or paid very little. So in the summers, I worked for one of my dad's buddies doing concrete work, labor. I would be wheeling bricks, wheelbarrows of concrete all day. It was hard work. I would be done at 5 or 6 o'clock at night. I would go directly to the gym, shower all the concrete off my body, and I would lift. No matter what, I always made it a point to work out. It's always been a part of my life since that day when I was 12 years old. My dad got me into it. It's been like brushing my teeth. It's just something I got to do every day. Even if I'm doing a manual labor job like that, still make time to work out, and I feel that's what kind of got me where I'm at now. Just to go back to last year with losing my dad, going through something like that. He literally died in my arms. I had to give him CPR. So going through something like that, that's something that if you're not a strong person, if you're a weak person, that's something that could ruin the rest of your life. Some people will be messed up, depressed, and that's it for them. There's no coming back from going through something like that. It's super traumatic. For me, luckily, I'm a tough person, and I credit that to him. He was the toughest guy I ever knew. But being able to take something like that, something so tragic, and turn it into a positive. The next day I was in the gym and I was like, I'm getting my pro card in his honor, and nothing was stopping me. And I had every obstacle along the way. I had surgery. I was in the hospital for my heart for 3 days. I literally had 5 weeks to prep for that show, and I was still able to turn pro. And I could feel him there, shining down on me. And now here I am a year later, and I'm making my pro debut. And it's just, everything kind of is coming full circle. It's funny to think back, I was in college telling my friends, one day I'm going to be, running my own coaching business, competing as a pro bodybuilder, and here we are, and I'm actually doing it. Now I have my own online coaching and prep coaching business, and I do that full time. Over the last 5 years, I've been able to see the culture being built. I've been able to see the different pieces of the puzzle being brought in, from Alex to the other Alex, Rich, and just, everyone that's kind of come on board, building this family, building this group. You are who you surround yourself with. It's a tight-knit group. It's a family. We have, it's a great support system. We have our WhatsApp group where we're constantly supporting each other. We have IFBB pros, we have power lifters, strongmen, WWE wrestlers now. We got, all different sorts of people coming together. And like you said, everyone's humble. Everyone is passionate about this, and it's because Alex puts this group together based on that. There's no room for ego here. We're here to build each other up. We're here to push each other to be the best that we can be, and that's what Gaspari Nutrition is all about. On Instagram, it's at Coach Barb, so at CoAchBarbs.